In Dallas, $1 million can either buy you a pretty normal house in one neighborhood or a truly impressive one just 15 minutes away. And if you do not understand that trade-off before you start touring, you can overpay for the wrong location, the wrong house, or even both. In this video, I'll walk you through what $1 million actually buys you in Dallas and how that changes by neighborhood. Stay with me until the end because I'm gonna show you one big mistake I see $1 million buyers make all the time. And it usually has nothing to do with the house itself. A while back, I was talking with a buyer who came into Dallas thinking $1 million budget would make them the big fish in the room. In their mind, $1 million meant custom finishes, a big lot, great schools, updated kitchen, pool, and a location close to everything. Then we started touring. The first stop was a more established, high demand pocket of Dallas. Nice street, great location, strong long-term value. But the house itself needed work. Not terrible, just not what they pictured when they said we're spending $1 million. Then we looked at another area, still in Dallas, but a different pocket. And suddenly the conversation changed. Now they were seeing more square footage, sometimes newer construction, sometimes better finishes, sometimes more functional layout for everyday life. That is the part buyers do not always expect. At the $1 million mark in Dallas, you're not just buying a house. You're choosing which category matters most. Usually that choice comes down to 4 things. Location. Are you paying for walkability, school access, commute, or prestige address? House condition. Do you want updated and move-in ready, or are you okay with buying the location first, renovating it later? The lot and privacy. Some Dallas neighborhoods give you more yard, more setback, and more breathing room. Others give you tighter lots, but stronger central location. Age and layout. A charming older home in one part of Dallas may cost the same as a newer, larger home, more open concept in another part of the city. That's why this price point can be a little confusing in Dallas, because buyers think they're shopping by budget, but they are really shopping by priority. And in Dallas, those priorities show up fast. If we're just meeting, my name is Eugene Gonzalez. I help buyers and sellers navigate the Dallas market and avoid expensive mistakes, especially when the numbers look good on paper, but the reality very much different in person. So let's break down what $1 million usually buys you in Dallas. First, you'll need to separate Dallas into 3 main buckets. Bucket 1 is the prestigious location. These are the neighborhoods where the address carries weight. Places where land, school access, and long-term desirability drive value as much as the house itself. In those areas, $1 million home may buy you a smaller home, an older home, a home that needs some cosmetic updates or a full remodel, a tear down, or a lot play in some cases. That still can be a smart purchase, but you'll need to understand you're often paying for the location first. Bucket 2 is a lifestyle value. This is where a lot of buyers end up happiest. These neighborhoods may not have the same trophy address, but they often give you more usable square footage, better renovations, a more practical floor plan, and then good access to restaurants, parks, and day-to-day convenience. For many buyers, this is the sweet spot. You still get a strong Dallas location, but the house feels like more of what $1 million is supposed to feel like. Bucket 3 is size and finish. This is where you start seeing the homes that really look $1 million. Maybe it's farther north or south. Maybe it's a little less central. Maybe the lot is different or the neighborhood vibe is less established. But the trade-off is obvious, right? You may get newer construction, higher ceilings, bigger kitchens, more bedrooms, dedicated office space, outdoor living space, sometimes even a pool. This is usually where buyers start asking themselves the real question. Do I want the best house or do I want the best location? And that is a question that should drive your search from day one. Here is how I would approach if I were buying around $1 million home in Dallas. Step 1, define your non-negotiable. Pick one: location, schools, house condition, lot size, or commute, not 5 priorities. just one, because the buyers who struggle the most at this price point are the ones trying to win every category. So step 2, rank your compromises before you tour. Would you rather update a kitchen or drive 10 extra minutes? Would you rather have less yard or have an extra bedroom? Would you rather be in the neighborhood you love with an older house or in a less central neighborhood with a turnkey house? You need those answers quickly. Step 3, study recent inventory, not just dream inventory. A lot of buyers anchor to the best looking listings they saw online. The problem is that listing may be the outlier. Step 4, pay attention to hidden ownership costs. It's not just principal and interest. You need to look at property taxes, insurance, maintenance on older homes, pool upkeep if there is one, future renovation costs. That older character home in a premium neighborhood may be a great investment, but if it needs windows, plumbing, foundation work, or a major remodel, your real budget may just be much higher than the purchase price. Step 5, buy for your next chapter, not just your current tastes. This price point attracts buyers who want the home to feel special, and that makes sense. But the best purchase is not always the flashiest one. It's the one that still works for you in 3 to 5 years from now. So here's a mistake I see $1 million buyers make every single week. They shop the house before they shop the map. They fall in love with countertops, lighting, a pretty primary bath, or a dramatic kitchen island. And only later do they realize the commute is worse than they thought. The neighborhood doesn't feel right. At $1 million in Dallas, the finishes can distract you, but the smartest buyers know this. You can change paint, you can change flooring, you can renovate a kitchen. You cannot move Preston Hollow into Lake Highlands, and you certainly can't move Lakewood into closer to your office. And you can't turn the wrong location into the right investment just because the staging looked great. $1 million in Dallas can buy you a good bit, but it does not buy you everything. So the win is not finding the best $1 million home. The win is finding the right $1 million home for the way you actually live. If you're thinking about buying or selling anywhere in Dallas and you want a real conversation about what your money actually buys in today's market, reach out. I'm happy to walk through your budget, the neighborhoods you're considering, and the trade-offs that matter most for your situation.